But I think because my mom always instilled in us, like, you have to take care of your brothers. You know, you don't, there's nobody else but you guys. That's always going to be constant, you know?
At the end of the day, you could have all your friends, your barcadas, but your brothers are going to be your brothers for life.
I want you to meet Harmony, Eris, and Dawn. I have never laughed so much in a recording as I did with these three brothers. They joke, they tease, they finish each other's sentences. But as their story unfolded, I realized their bond isn't just a lifetime of inside jokes and pecking calls. It's deep, really deep. The bond their parents instilled in them would carry an older brother through 7 years of patiently waiting and be solidified in one night when the three brothers prayed together, now bound by something deeper than blood. This is a story that proves some relationships are worth praying for, no matter how long it takes. I'm Aliu Garcia Pablo, and you're listening to Making Changes from INC Media Audio, a podcast about the changes we go through and the life lessons we learn along the way, but always with God by our side. That's why this is kind of funny and awkward all at once, because I've known you guys for so long. I've known Harmony for at least 20 years. I'm your Ning Ning, one of the sponsors in your wedding. So I feel like I've known you guys for so long, but yet the conversation we're going to have today, we've never had. Not really like in detail. But I don't know if you know this, but when I first met you guys were like teenagers, because I met Harmony first, and then I remember Jewel, your wife, saying, "Oh yeah, Harmony, he brings his brothers to church." I was like, "Wait, what? Harmony is a convert?" Yeah, you know. And I was like, "Wow, what's the story?" Then when I found out that your brothers joined the church, I was like, "There is a story here." This was decades ago, okay? But I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna tell it. And here we are in 2025. So just so get everyone relaxed. So how are you guys as boys, as brothers growing up? So Harmony's the kuya, the eldest one. What's your age gap?
Between me and Eris, we are
8
years and 10 years with my youngest.
10 years.
Yep.
What were you? So you were like the only kid for a long time.
Yeah, I was. I had all the attention for like 8
did.
years, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it changed when we had this guy.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
And then this guy came along.
That's right.
And like, what was it like at home? Like growing up with three boys, your poor mom, three boys.
Well,
Were you guys like rowdy boys or?
no, I don't think so. I think we were a pretty behavior team. We just had my mom's parents were with us.
Okay.
So they were able to help a lot.
Yeah.
We had different experiences because you had dad who was still active
Right.
most of your, and then
Right.
by the time we were born, he was already like almost retired. So you had a different experience.
Yeah.
I did.
for sure.
I did. Yeah, it was a little different for me, I guess, when I was by myself. But he was also gone a lot. He
Because
was on
military?
Yeah, he was on Westpac a lot. So it was really my mom and I, like, just. It was just me and her all the time, shopping
Yeah.
at Mervyn's, you know, going places.
Mervyn's?
Yeah, that's old.
Yeah,
I just aged myself.
So like, since your dad was gone a lot, you basically were, not that you were the man of the house, but you basically had to take care of your two younger brothers a lot then.
In a way, I guess you could call it taking care of. I mean,
Yeah.
He did his best. I mean,
Yeah. How was he though, as a kuya, as an older brother?
he was good, but I do remember like a couple instances growing up. We would take naps during the day, so we would all take a nap. And me and him wake up like, we're like, all right, where's Kuya? You know what I mean? Because our parents were like out of the house or something. And it was just us three at home. We take a nap and we wake up, me and him, and we're like, where's Kuya at? And blah, blah, blah. And then the garage would be halfway open. And then we would just start crying, Kuya, where you at? And he'd be at the end of the block just playing with his friends, leaving us at home. I'm like, bro.
You know, I forgot the part about me putting you guys to sleep.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part. I did.
How old were you at the time?
Maybe like 4 and 5 around that time.
But he was down the block, so it's not like he left
How are we
you.
supposed to know that?
That's true. And I remember one time I came home one time and they were just like, because I would tell them, like, don't go outside this garage. There was like that line where the garage door closes.
Yes. Oh, that was their
I
line.
was like, don't cross that line. And I remember coming home one time and they were just literally like this, like behind the
Peeking
line.
through.
And they were just peeking through the garage. I came home. They were just laying there like this, like, just like waiting for me.
Oh, they were good kids.
Yeah,
they were good brothers.
They were good brothers. They were.
Yeah, we were fearful.
Were you guys like scared of him a little bit because he was so much older? Was he strict? Was he fun? What kind of older brother was he? Aries, what would you say?
So I think because our dad, military. And, you know what I mean? He's the strict one. So
yeah.
That's how Kuya got his queer, like elevated at like
His
a
Kuya-ness.
supreme queer role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was easier to go to. He was a warmer. He had a warmer approach, right? Yeah,
I did.
And you guys were all born here, right? Like your parents are from the Philippines, so immigrant parents, and so like the styles of your dad. You said he was kind of stricter, and then you've got your Kuya, who was like more Americanized and just more.
I guess more
to talk to.
Relatable, right?
More relatable.
More
Yeah.
relatable.
Yeah.
My dad's old school Filipino, right? So,
But when Kuya would say do this, you guys were like, okay.
yeah. Because also the fear side, right? I'd be like, because back in the day, we had our own pecking calls. So when I heard this. That's me! Yes, sir!
And then what was yours, Don?
What was Don Don's?
It sounds the same.
No, yeah, mine's additional one at the end.
Listen to the end.
Okay,
right?
do it again.
Here's
Aries,
mine.
do yours.
See?
There's 2 extra notes at the end on
We have to wait
yours.
for that last note
See?
before like, that's you. You gotta get in the water. You know what I mean?
Right, he had a warm, but
That's right.
he also was Kuya.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah.
And that countdown really got us too.
oh,
There's a countdown?
Yeah.
yes.
Tell us about the countdown.
Yes. So we heard the. I'm like, oh god. I'm like maybe playing video games or doing something else, and then you start counting 1, 2. So that's when we knew it was serious.
Yeah.
But by the time we got there, 80% of the times was, hey, can you scratch my back? Can you heel up my feet? I'm like, oh. So
Yeah, that went on for a long while until we're like, you know what?
Yeah, I remember.
Let's just test it. Let's see what happens.
If you what? Test it
Yeah,
if you
if it got down to 1, 2, 3 and see what happens.
Oh,
Yeah,
because you guys would always go with 2.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they got wiser as they got older. They're like,
So this whole like pecking call, like why do you think you could just call them by their names, Harmony?
I don't know. I don't even know why how that even happened.
I have a hunch.
What's your hunch?
What's your
So, Kuya, he's in high school, you kind of like explore who you are, right?
Right?
So
He's trying to find himself.
Right. So he got affiliated-ish, right? And that was the things back in the day, right? When you see your homies, you know what I mean? So he applied it at home. He's like, I got my little
Affiliated with who? With
I got
what?
my little
What-
minions. You know what I mean? So
That's it. That's the interesting.
right, that's
viewpoint.
how I interpret. Like that's where you got it from.
I
Like
didn't even think about
his
that, but
homies.
Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
so he's like, oh,
Did your homies have a pecking call for you?
No.
No.
I was part of the pecking call the people, kind of whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So we found this picture of you guys.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these guys?
That's not us for sure.
Is it?
oh dang, yo.
Oh my goodness.
Is that on my mom's feed? I'm just
Yep.
kidding. It was.
Yep.
I knew
It's from
it.
your mom's Facebook. But look at Harmony. Look how hard he looks. Like he's
I
just
see.
so like tough, right?
that's
He's a
right.
tough guy. And then Aries with this big old smile.
Yeah.
And Don, I don't know. That's like in between smile.
I don't know about that one.
So like, how old were you here?
You had the bangs already.
The bangs. You had hair, Harmony.
Sixth grade?
No, you were older.
No,
than
you're
that.
older.
This,
Right.
this is probably high school.
Come on, you don't
Yeah.
wear a little medallion in elementary school.
Maybe 7th grade?
That's
If
probably
you're in
at
seventh.
least middle school.
Maybe
dude.
7th grade.
Yeah.
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 So was the pecking call during this time? Or younger?
No. That was, I mean, close to that time
Yeah.
frame. Maybe a year or two later.
Yeah, maybe a year or two later.
He
Yeah,
still
yeah.
looks innocent there.
Yeah.
Innocent Kuya.
He didn't have the blonde tips yet.
Blonde tips.
I'm just kidding.
So your Kuya he was strict. He had pecking call for you guys, but it seemed like, did you guys like the strictness, or did you ever feel like, man, he's just using us so we can do whatever he loved his feet and stuff like that. Like what was?
I mean, as much as we we had that, I wouldn't really call it fear, but like kind of respect for Kuya.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, there was many times we'd like sleep in his room, we'd like latag on the floor.
Aw.
Many times, like more often than not, me and us two would just sleep on the floor and kind of just hang out there.
Yeah.
So as much as we,
It's like you never know what you need until you like reflect. So maybe that's, I think, not maybe, for sure is what we needed, because it kind of brought us, it kind of strengthened our relationship, right? At the time, we're like, damn, I'm just massaging his feet. What kind of life is this, yo? Like, but yeah, you sit down and maybe he'd ask you about your day.
maybe,
Oh,
maybe he'll buy some food here and there to butter us up. Maybe.
I think it's what definitely kind of like strengthened us as brothers to
Yeah.
have somebody that.
So I took care of you guys. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
So, you know, your age gap is so big. So most older brothers, older sisters would be kind of annoyed sometimes when they've got their little brothers or sisters just tagging along, and, you know, because you're a teenager now, you're trying to live your life, right? But how did you see these two guys, these two boys?
I'm sure there was a time when I felt that way. But I think because my mom always instilled in us, like, you have to take care of your brothers. You know, there's nobody else but you guys. That's always going to be constant, you know? So I think just her constant reminders about that, eventually it just sunk in. You know how it is? It's like, you know, you listen to your parents so many times, but at one point, you actually take to it. You know what I mean? And so I just remember one day I was just like, man, I do. You know, I should include my brother. So when I would go out with my friends, I would always take them. Even with my cousins too, we would all hang out together. We'd go watch movies. We go eat. So they were always at some point they were always a part of us going out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So your parents had really strong values, right? Really strong values that obviously they instilled in all three of you, and you never forgot. There's like your mom's voice always in your head, right? So where do you think your parents' values come from or came from?
I mean, I think it's also they're rooted in their own faith as well, right? So they're church going as well. They grew up going to church, so I think that's majority of where it is. And I think just growing up in the Philippines too, and growing up in the province, their background was tough. So my mom comes from 11 and my dad comes from 7.
Oh,
so,
big families.
Yeah, they weren't tight or if they didn't have each other's back. So I think that's where it kind of trickled down to us. It was like, yo, at the end of the day, you could have all your friends, your barcadas, but your brothers are going to be your brothers for life. So we saw that in the way my parents, even though they're all 1,000 miles away in the Philippines, they do anything to help their own siblings, right?
Even
So-
till now.
Yeah.
They still do
Yeah.
what they can to, you know. So it's just something, they led by example a lot of times.
So you mentioned that your parents, they're church going, and what was that like for you guys growing up as well? How did that translate to you guys?
Oh, we were church going too.
Yeah.
By default, mom.
Yeah,
you
by
know,
default,
We would, you know, as much as any kid probably, it's like, no, I don't want to go. But it's like, no, we're going.
Yeah, once they give you that look,
We're
all
going.
right.
You know what I mean? There's a certain tone, there's a certain look, and it's like, okay, we're getting ready. So yeah, I mean, at a young age, we were taught to go to church. You know,
Yeah.
we were taught to go to
What church were your parents a part of?
the Methodist church. They were Methodists.
First United Methodist Church, National City.
Yeah. So we would go with them every Sunday, and then we just got more involved as time passed by. We became acolytes.
What is that?
Is that a weird thing? I don't know.
Can you explain it?
Oh, so like
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
beginning of a I guess service,
Yeah.
worship service or whatever. There's you would come out with these poles that had like a candle at the top.
Like altar boys? Like for
Yeah.
Catholics?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
we wear like robes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we would walk up to the altar and we would light the candle.
By the time you guys were all born, your parents were already churchgoers, or was it gradual?
No, from what I remember, we were
all
church
you knew?
going.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all we knew. It was, I mean, it was part of our routine.
Well, I remember there was a time when it was just my mom and me, because my dad
Was away.
No, he was actually Catholic. So I just remember as a child, there was times where my mom would tell my dad to go, and he would say no, like, you know. So there was that time. But eventually, with my mom, she's like, well, if we're gonna have kids, we need to be in it together. Like, you need to stop smoking. You need to do so. I remember my dad made that change. He stopped smoking. That was a big vice of his back in the day. And he started coming to church. And then then that, from then on, it just became routine for us every Sunday, 10 o'clock, 10 to 1. It was like long, right?
3 hours.
It was long. It was long. So we
Did
would
you
go
hang out after?
hang out.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I just feel like there was really not a huge format. I mean, there was a format, but it could each phase of the service can take a long time, right? He would call the kids up. There's a time when he would call the kids.
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
then the pastor would be like,
he'd tell like
talking to kids. There's maybe a story
short
about something,
stories.
and he just like relate to his life or whatever. I don't know.
And then we would go to our
Then you go,
classes.
and then you go to Sunday school.
we went to Sunday school
Right. Yeah, we're done with you guys. Okay, you guys go to your Sunday school.
while the adults had their
and they had their service.
their service or
You know what I
whatever.
mean? So it was just like at a young age, we were already used to that. You know?
Yeah.
Before we continue, if you're on Spotify, you have the option to watch the full video of this conversation or just listen like you're doing now. Either way, don't forget to subscribe to Making Changes so you get every new episode as soon as it drops. So, what were your beliefs or thoughts about God at this point?
Honestly, like for me, I didn't really have a focus on it. Like I just went to church. I knew there was God. I know we had to be good people.
Yeah.
And that's what my mom always told us, because, we got to believe in God because with God, everything comes. But a lot of it at that age is like more hanging out with friends. You know what I mean? Like and to be honest, during service, it's not like we're sitting there really paying attention to the lesson, right?
Yeah.
Because one, you get to sit with it wherever you want, with whomever you want, right?
Yeah.
So me and the guys, we'd always sneak up to the top. There's like a balcony, I guess, and we would always just chat. Like we weren't even paying attention. We'd just be like, "Hey man, so what's going on? What's the party? Whatever. What did you do?" And before you know it, church is done. You know what I mean? And then we would hang out some more downstairs in there's like an area where we all congregate and maybe eat and break bread together or whatever, right? It's just more about hanging out. And we're going because it's the good thing, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So so at a young age, at least that foundation was there, right? Where it's like we have to go to church, we have to like give thanks, we have to be thankful. We have to be good Christians, we have to do the right thing. So that underlying foundation was there because of my mom and my dad and that whole thing.
When you guys would go home, though, when you're not at church, or you go to church once a week, when you go home, did you pray together as a family? Like, how did you practice whatever it is that you learned at church?
We did right before we ate.
Yeah, right.
We had a
Yeah.
prayer.
That's right,
we had a prayer
yeah.
called "God is
God
Great."
is great.
That's right.
Yeah, and
Yep.
it was a same prayer every time
Yeah.
we would sit together, and it was like
And then somebody will lead it.
yeah,
Yeah.
my harmony.
So it was like
yeah.
the memorized prayer.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so now you guys are, you're getting older, you're still doing the routine, you're following your parents, go to church, and, you're going for social reasons. But as you get older, though, obviously, you start to form your own belief system and maybe questions in your head, right? Did you have any questions growing up, like, why are we doing this, or any kind of thing that you really couldn't verbalize?
Honestly, the word like faith didn't come up until like joining the church. So for me, like growing up, yeah, like they said, it's I think it wasn't very deep going to church, right? It was all like surface stuff. You go there to hang out.
Yeah.
You go there to please your parents, right? But the deeper, like thinking about it, like what's faith? Like what do I believe? That never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
It never did. And at school, you'd be asked, "Yo, what are you? A Catholic, Christian? You go to catechism? What is that? CCD or whatever?" I'm like, "Nah, dude." You know what I mean? It was never a thought like that deep of what religion and church was. Just going to the Methodist church.
So a friend introduced you to the Iglesia Ni Cristo, and do you remember the first worship service that you attended? Like, what was that like for you?
The first service, it was Bader Boulevard. We still didn't have a house of worship yet. So they invited me, and it was weird because I'm like, why is it seems so military, right? Like I would walk in, it's like, oh, you have to sit over there. You can't sit on this side, can't sit on that side.
You can't be up in the balcony chatting with your friends.
Yeah, we have to file in in order, like orderly, right? So at first it was kind of weird because I'm very used to the opposite. Like wherever I want to sit, that's where I'm gonna sit. Like I can sit next to my friends, I can sit wherever I want. And so at that time, I remember my first feeling was like I want to sit in the back. Like I don't want to sit in the front. Like that's like I never sit in the front. Even when I was a Methodist, I was like I didn't sit in the front. I'm sitting in the back. So just that aspect of it was weird for me. But as time, as time progressed and we started understanding the reasons for things, right? I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I guess, yeah. So you don't sit next to your friends, so you can actually focus on what you're listening to. And so it just, the pieces started coming together, you know what I mean, over time. And so, yeah, that was my first experience. I mean, it was just awkward at first, but yeah, just.
So how do you go from, okay, I'm going to attend a worship service in the Church of Christ, then to like, I'm going to come back again? Or like, how did you decide, or why did you decide to come back?
That's a good question. Well, I guess that's why you're asking me the questions. But so let me see. I just think there was something lacking when it came to my faith. I guess maybe
When you were in the Methodist
when I
church.
was in the Methodist church, it was just something that I never really focused on. So it was a different feeling going to an INC service. You know what I mean? It was just like I felt like I was getting something I was lacking for such a long time, right? Like it was like, and I was being taught things that you don't normally hear in other services, right? Outside of the INC. And I think just the teachings and what I was learning at the time was what was bringing me back. Because I would even come home and I don't know if you guys remember,
Yeah, I remember.
but then I would like sit.
You're still living at home at this time.
Yeah, I was still living at home. And I remember I would come home after a lesson because I was just so blown away. The about half an hour lesson is what actually got.
Yes, half-hour silence.
That's what actually got me more interested in learning more about the INC was that lesson.
Yeah.
Because just to know that something in the Bible like that powerful, that thing that didn't even happen yet was already in the Bible, like that was amazing to me. Like I was like, wow, dude, that's.
The math lines up.
And that was the biggest thing about that lesson. I remember. I'm sorry. When I was taught when they were teaching the Bible study lesson, he had a whiteboard.
Yes.
A whiteboard, and he drew out all the figures and everything. It's like, yeah, so about half an hour equals this, and God's time equals that, and it was just like he was just writing, and it was like it lined up to like the minute almost. Like I remember, I was like, that's amazing, So I would come home, and I would tell my brothers, hey, come over here. And I would tell them like, oh, I learned this, I learned that, and they would listen, and they would be like, oh, I don't know how you guys were taking it at the time.
That's the crazy part, right? Because you joined INC in 2001.
2000.
2000, right? But I got invited when I was in 7th grade, so that was before you joined. So that's just crazy. So I attended. I was invited by a friend. Brother Delvin. So I attended National City. It's crazy because 98, you joined in 2000, but I had never had a discussion with you after, and then you joined and you started
And
talking
I didn't even
to
know
us.
you went. We never even.
Right? So you started talking to us, but it didn't click because I just think we weren't mature enough to be like, oh, faith, right? Because we're just like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's going to a different church and we're doing our own things.
I mean,
right?
even when he would tell us, to be honest, like initially we're like, okay, cool, and then me and him go out to play, like.
Right.
Like, good story, Kuya. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cool story, bro.
job.
Yeah, cool story, bro. All right, we're gonna go outside.
But did you realize though that it was the same church you had gone to in the 7th
No.
grade? Oh, you didn't even
Did
notice.
not. It was like, oh, okay, cool.
At what point did you
Bless Crystal?
realize it was the same that you had been invited to?
Probably when I took you guys to National City, and you're like, oh,
I've been here before.
Probably that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you went in the 7th grade, but did your parents know that you had gone to?
No, because I said, hey, it was pitched to me, right? Because he goes, hey, I'm gonna take you to a Bible study, right? Bible study, and then there's gonna be food after. That's an easy sell to my parents.
Yeah. How would they have felt that you were going to the church? Because you didn't mention church. You just, I'm going to hang out with my friend.
Right.
Was there a fear?
No, I feel like when it comes to just general Bible study, just that phrase,
Yes.
I don't think there's any defense.
Nah, that's
Like
They didn't
it's-
mind.
I probably
No.
did use Bible study.
I think when you say Bible study, it's like, okay, it's Christian,
Right. Because they think they're all the same.
Exactly.
Yes. But for some reason, when you say
Iglesia ni Cristo.
Iglesia ni Cristo or INC, Church of Christ,
That
it's like
sets them off.
it's a different different vibe for some reason. And it's one of those things that I really for myself didn't understand at the time. You know, like I'm like, why is there such a thing with that?
So take us back to the day when you actually told them which church you had been going to.
Yeah, so it was a rough time at home, and I don't remember the specific day that I told them that I was, but they knew that when I said I'm gonna go to church or worship service, they knew it was Iglesia Ni Cristo, right? Because by default, you know, so they would be like, okay. And over time, it wasn't even over time. It was almost like instantaneous. They're like, oh, no, mag-iglesia ka na ba? Like, and I'm like, no, I'm just, at the time it was, no, I'm just going, you know, just going to church. You
So
know?
they're like, are you going to convert now? They're
Yeah.
worried that you're going to be Iglesia now and leave the
Right.
Methodist church.
Right. And I was like, no, I'm just going to church. I'm just checking it out, you know,
Mm-hmm.
this and that. And the vibe changed for me during that time. It was like, because when I started getting deeper into the understanding of why we don't celebrate Christmas or why we don't do certain things. And I had to tell my parents, Mom, I can't do that anymore. Dad, I can't do that anymore. I can't eat dinuguan anymore, even though I used to enjoy it. I can't eat that anymore.
This is the in
And-
English, it would be the
Oh, the chocolate meat.
blood.
Yeah, chocolate meat.
with chocolate meat, but with blood,
With
right?
blood, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meat with blood.
So at that time, it was like, okay. So I could kind of feel a little separation, you know, in my relationship with my parents at that time.
Did they ever tell you though why the kind of violent reaction? Did you ever understand why?
I never got to the point where I truly understood the reason why. I just remember having a conversation with my parents about it, and it was more like it's a slap in our face. You know
For
what I
them.
mean? For them, because I was Methodist.
Yeah, we raised you
Right.
this
We
way.
were
that way.
raised Methodist,
Yeah,
so it
this-
was more that whole, you know, changing religions and all that kind of stuff from my mom and my dad. It was like every time you do that and you mention this, it's like a slap in our face. You know what I mean? So, and you know, I love my parents. You know what I mean? And and it's one of those things where I was always happy for their when they would approve of things. You know what I mean? But so that
Of
time.
course, you're seeking their approval. You're seeking
Right.
their validation.
So during that time, it was a struggle because I knew they didn't approve of it, but in my mind and in my heart, I knew it was the right thing to do, just because I started understanding more about the teachings, right? So it's kind of like, yeah, every time I would go home, it was just, you know, like, nandito na yung iglesia. And I'm like,
The Iglesia's here.
I'm like, oh, hey, Mom, Dad, you know. But I was never disrespectful to my parents.
Yeah.
Not once, you know. If anything, I would try to understand where they're coming from, you know. But of course, I would pray, you know, and I would just focus on why it's important for me to stay the course, you know, like why, in a respectful way from my parents, you know. And I just remember when my brothers had decided to become members, they were actually kicked out of the house for a while, right? So they stayed with us for a little bit, right? I was already married at the time. And I remember having the thought that I need to go talk to my parents about what's going on and why they're so angry, you know? Because it didn't make sense to me, because I'm like, we're being good kids. We're being Christians. We're going to church. We're not
Yeah.
drinking alcohol. I'm not getting drunk with the homies or doing drugs, right? I'm going to church. I'm praising God. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, I feel like there should be some pride in that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're
Because they raised you
Yeah.
to
Right.
be God-fearing and to, so how did you?
So I met up with my mom and dad and had that conversation with them. And it came to the point where I was like, I don't understand why. And I said that statement to them, you know, like, I don't understand why, because we're good kids. You should be happy you raised great kids.
Yes.
We're devoting our life to serving God, going to church.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
that wasn't a common thing, you know, like
Right.
no one really talked about church. Like nobody was, you know, no, it wasn't even on anyone's to-do list, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not, go to
Especially
church.
at your age,
It's not.
at that time.
It's not the in thing to do. So for us to do it, I'm like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It shows, you know, their parenting and kind of, yeah, it shows what
That's
kind
what
of stand-up
and that's exactly
people
what I
we
told
are.
mom and dad. You
Yeah.
know, like be proud. Be proud of your boys. You know, like, this is a good thing, you know? And you know, I was like, if anything, what is it that you don't agree with? Like, what don't you? You know, and they brought up terms like iglesia de menalo, or you know, like oh, you're offering, you have to give offering a certain amount, and I'm like, no, that's not true. That's not true. Like we give according to our heart, because that's biblical. We don't have tithing. We don't have like at least a 10% thing. That's not something that we follow. You know what I mean?
Do you think it was what they were carrying with them and passing on to you were the misconceptions that because they grew up in the Philippines, right? Do you think that's what that was their perception?
Yes.
I think so.
church.
I think so.
100%.
I think so. I think that stigma is heavier in the Philippines where they come
Yes.
from. So that way that's probably what I mean. That is what they're bringing with them. You know.
Right.
So for me to explain to them, I felt like at least it opened their mind a little bit more.
Because now you're educating them
Yeah,
on what
yeah.
the church, the INC is really about.
Right.
You said earlier, Harmony, you said it was the right thing to do. But what you did, though, that takes guts. That took courage to be able, because most people would have been like, just for the sake of peace at home, let me just give in. Okay, fine, you don't want me to go? I'm not going to go, Mom and Dad. But why do you think you had the courage to keep standing up for what you believed in?
Well, I think it's a combination of things, right? Because my mom and dad instilled in us that we should always do what's right, right? We should always do what's right. Of course, obey your parents, right? So when you go through INC lessons and Bible studies, that's one of their points, is that always obey your parents, right? Ephesians 6:2, honor your father and mother, you know? And, but also in the Bible, it talks about, to a point, right? You honor them as long as you're not forsaking God's laws and commandments, right? So it's always God first. So that really stuck with me because it's right. You know what I mean? Like, we're here because of God. So it's like God first. So what does that mean? So you have to follow everything he's talking about, including obeying your parents, right? And like I said, I always try to be respectful to my parents because it's like, that's in the Bible too, right? So it's like you have to explain it to them in a respectful way. It was one of the things where it's like, I don't want them to see a bad transformation, right? Okay, now you're disrespecting me, you're, you know, this and that, because that's not the case. That's not the case. I want you to be able to see that I was a bad kid before. I mean, I wasn't a perfect kid, but it changed me. Like, it changed how I thought about how I should be leading my life. You know what I mean? So
What changed you?
I mean, I wasn't the best kid, you know. Like our cars got vandalized, our home got vandalized because I was a dumb kid. You know what I mean? I went to jail for a night. You know, things.
What?
That I did. I put my parents through a lot, right? So if anything, they always tell me like, you're the most expensive kid. Because I
to
did.
bail you out?
The bailing. No. It was just more like the damages to property that I caused because of friendships that I made, and you know, just the people I was hanging out with.
Affiliations.
See?
So those things I brought to them, right? So me changing, and you know, just me being able to talk to my parents openly about it, and just having a good conversation, no arguing. Like, that was one of the things, is like I was always level-headed when I would talk to them, because it's not something that I just wanted to do, but that's how I really felt. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to be respectful to my parents, but get my point across that this is important. You know what I mean? It's an important thing for me to keep going, pursuing,
And you did it with love.
I tried my best. I tried my best.
So at which point, so first Harmony tells you guys, hey, Don, Aries, I started learning this stuff. You're like, cool, yeah, that's good for you, right? So at which point did you guys get curious and be like, maybe we will go? Or how did you invite them?
Do you remember that? It was like a Bible study, right?
Yeah, so I mean, so he becomes a member of the INC, and then we would go, he'd invite us to a Bible study or other worship service. But again, right, this is like 14, 15-year-old me and 12, 13-year-old Danan with, like, we're not mature enough to understand what going to Bible study means. In our mind, it's like, sick, we get to hang out with Kuya, and then where we going? Chili's, Hanoka, Japanese, you know what I mean? So in our mind, it's like, sick, we get to hang out with Kuya,
Yeah.
and we get to eat some good food.
We get to be out of the house.
I mean, why not? Dude?
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's like years from like 2000. So 2000, he becomes a member of INC, and then fast forward to 2007. So 7 years.
7 years.
He's basically
Oh, yeah.
courting us, right? Like, yo, I'm about to take you out for 7 years with the hopes that light bulb,
free
right?
meals every time.
Yeah. So that's how we took it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, because he's cool, we get to chill with him,
Yeah,
right?
we'd always talk on the side too, like, you know, Kuya would invite us, hey, we're gonna go out to eat after. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what I mean?
we'd be like, oh, we're gonna
So
chill
he
in the
dated
back.
us for 7 years hard,
Wow.
but it worked.
Persistence,
And
baby.
obviously, the epiphany or the aha moment, I don't know, it felt natural. It wasn't like a boom. It was just that specific day. And it's funny because I don't know, maybe you told us your story of how you joined or what it was when you joined INC, but it was the exact same lesson.
Yeah.
you.
About half an hour.
Yep.
I was like, dog, because I love math. Math is my thing. I'm Asian, right? So I'm like, numbers and breaking it down. I was like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So why would I be in any other place than this one? That makes sense, right?
Logically, it makes sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, so, I guess also because we're males, logically it has to hit logical first, and then
Then the
after
heart,
that,
then emotion.
boom, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, dude, sign me up. We did it at
Yeah,
the same time.
and two, it's like when God calls you, you know what I mean? Like, and we knew, like, we felt it that same night.
That's just
bro.
crazy. There was no reservations.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing it. I didn't even think about mom and dad, right? I didn't think about mom and dad the time we were like, yo,
Yeah, I think we brought it over or something. Like,
do it. And then,
bro, like,
Who's going to tell mom and
Yeah,
dad?
who's gonna tell
exactly.
mom
We
and
got
dad?
we got to the truck. It's like, oh snap, you gotta tell mom and dad. But see, the crazy part about that thing too is like that and pray, like faith and praying. Like we prayed, but it wasn't like that deep, like this conversation to God.
Yeah.
We went to National City Chapel that night.
Yeah.
In the INC chapel.
The
INC
INC
Chapel,
Chapel
National City,
that
yeah.
night. I think we got on our knees too. We did. And I was like,
Yeah,
yo, okay,
we
we
did.
never do this. And then we prayed.
Yeah.
Right? So that was the first like deep spiritual, you know what I mean? That's when you knew, like, dog, what we're doing is right. You know what I'm saying? Like there were no reservations. And then we'll deal with mom and dad after this prayer because we knew.
What would you do if someone you love told you they'd found the truth about God and they wanted you to find it too? When Ahmad discovered what it meant to have a true relationship with God, he couldn't keep it to himself. So he shared it with his sister, Naima. That conversation led to Bible studies, big questions, and unexpected answers. And eventually, they shared it with their mom as well. Find out how faith transformed the Waleed family on the very first episode of Making Changes. The episode is called Want to Find God, and you can listen to it now on incmedia.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you remember what the prayer was about? Who led the prayer?
Oh, probably Kuya.
I don't remember.
It's like a good arms, dude.
Yeah,
know
I don't
what I mean?
remember what I said. I just like a lot of times I don't remember when I pray. It's just whatever comes from my heart at that time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's just I'm sure it was like just help us do this, you know.
Yeah.
But I do remember. It's funny because I remember this is like backtracking a little bit, but I do remember there was a time when I was going to INC Bible studies and church services, and I was like, "Yo, I don't know if this is the right thing."
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Remember
are dark
that?
moments.
Yeah, dude.
Because?
Well, it's
exploring.
girls, man, just girls. So there was this girl I was seeing at the time, and she was asking me questions that I guess I wasn't equipped to answer. You know what I mean? And it was like it was getting to me, you know, mentally. And I was like, man, maybe you're right. And she would ask me these questions, like, why are you doing that? And she'd be like, you know, all that stuff was written by man, like, you know, and you know, man makes mistakes and this and that. And that
So
and the
this girl
other.
wasn't in the church.
She was not in the church.
So she was putting doubts.
She was putting doubts, you know, seeds of doubt in my mind, and those seeds were like growing like weeds, you know what I mean? And I remember coming home one night after going to like you know, INC Bible study, and I was just like, you know what? I said, I don't know if this is right. And I just remember they were the ones that told me, Kuya, dude, why are you saying those things, man?
You guys weren't even members,
No,
and yet you were telling him, "Why are you
yes.
talking like that?"
Yes.
Yeah, they're like, why are you talking like that? That's ridiculous, or whatever you guys were telling me. And they were like, dude, no, don't. Like, keep doing what you're doing. So if anything, my brothers were the ones who helped keep me on the path. You know, they helped keep me straight,
Even though they were members.
even though they were members. And I always reflect on that time, like if it weren't for my brothers and them being strong, even though
We didn't even know what we were
they didn't,
talking
even
about.
know,
Yeah,
they didn't even know what was going on yet. It's crazy. I reflect on that a lot, dude. Like, I'm just like, man, that's
But maybe
amazing.
that was God talking
exactly.
to you,
Exactly.
for them
For
to be the
sure.
voice of reason for you.
Right, right,
crazy.
right. And that's how I look at it. You know, God's talking. So, and here we are. And yeah.
So let's go back to that prayer you guys had, National City. You were on your knees praying to God, and you know, Harmony, you led the prayer and you said, you know, this is the right thing to do. Why did you feel the need to pray about it? Because what was it you're about to do?
Well, we were afraid to tell our parents. Like, let's be real. We've seen what happens with Kuya, and you know, we're just hoping to soften their hearts and their minds and really be understanding of what we're doing. You know, gonna become Bible students in the INC, and you know, just really praying for my parents. Like, really, like, hope they understand. Like, please, God, like, come on, dude. Like,
Soften them
you know,
up.
we knew this was a big deal. We wouldn't just pray for nothing. You know, like, this is gonna be a big deal for us.
Yeah.
And for us being the last 2 kids in the household, really, I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, because Kuya experienced it and we saw it, so it's like, wow, we know what's coming.
Yeah, and it's
So it's just anticipation.
It's a
building.
double whammy for the both of us, you know?
And that too.
Actually, now triple.
Yeah.
Yes. So we knew it was gonna be something that was gonna affect him in some kind of way, right? So.
So now you come home and you have that conversation.
I think it was me.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just stayed in the car. Me,
Oh, yeah.
we were just waiting in the car because it's like,
We went out there, stayed in the car.
like, okay, you guys we prayed.
Yeah.
Let God guide you guys. And so they went inside the house, and me and you know, Arthur were just waiting in the car with
You and
anticipation.
Joel
Yeah, we're just
waiting in
like, we're just like, all right, we didn't blink. We were just like staring at the front door. We're just like, they went inside, and then
Yeah.
I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened.
Went to the room. So they were in the room.
No, they were separated. Remember, Dad was in the living room.
Oh snap! That's
And then Mom was in their room. And then we're like, all right,
I'm getting
let's be
nervous,
strategic.
guys.
Let's go to Mom first.
We went to
Getting
Mom.
nervous, like waiting to find out how this went.
We ain't about to go to Dad first. I don't know what's going to happen with that guy. So we went with Mom first. Like, let's try this one out first. And then,
Yeah, we went to Mom. Her defenses were up already. She goes, "Oh, let's go tell your dad." That's it.
yeah, so we told
Wait,
him
so but what did you say to your mom?
We said, "Mom, we're gonna become Bible students
in the INC.
in the INC."
Like, just straight up. Like, okay.
So
Straight to the
no,
point. Straight to the
no additional conversation. Her reply was, "Let's go talk to your dad." So
Yeah,
I was
so
like,
Do you think she was expecting it already?
honestly, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
But she
think so.
knew that for 7 years you guys had been going with your kuya to
Yeah,
Bible
yeah,
studies.
yes.
And how did she feel about that
Did she
during
know
those 7
though?
years?
Yes and no. Did she know for sure every time?
Did she know that we're going to
Bible
attend
study?
a Bible study in
Bible study,
INC? No, not 100% of the time.
But I think they're aware.
Oh, that's
know what
right.
I
You
mean?
guys would come on Baromes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's right. That's
We
right.
had-
That was the giveaway.
We were dressed
Oh,
up. We bought a few thin strips from Walmart. Remember those?
What? You heard what?
Oh, there was this brand that we always bought
Okay.
at Walmart.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was
that's
called
right.
Puritan. And
Uh-huh.
those were our church shirts.
the button-ups.
So those always came out. Those were like the best shirts we had. And obviously, we're going to church with Kuya. We got to wear those bad boys. You know what I mean? So
So at this time though, were you still going to the Methodist
Yes.
church?
yes, we were.
So you were going to 2 churches?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, double lives, you know?
Yeah. So how would you split your time? Because Sundays, how would you split your time then between both churches?
Oh, so, I mean, it was relatively easy because Methodist was in the morning and we would do either worship service or Bible study in the INC in the afternoon or evening. So, I mean, logistically, it was easy to do.
Yeah. And then there was many options. You know, Bible studies every day. Like,
Yeah.
We go Methodist just Sunday. That's it.
But see, for those 7 years, we didn't like this double life and attending 2 different. That was just we didn't. Again, it was our motivations to go to INC was to hang out with Kuya, right? So like back to the beginning of this conversation, like why is it is because we had a strong relationship with Kuya, right? So if we didn't have it, you know what I mean, we probably wouldn't be as motivated to go, to listen, to be enlightened, and all that good stuff, right? So that foundation as brothers play a very important role.
Man, that's a good brother, bro.
I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it until.
We're getting masseuse too.
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, come on.
I get one of those after, right?
See these
Years of work.
Paid off. That's why you got the guns. So, but the thing that really like baffles me, you guys, is you guys were teenagers at this time.
Right.
Most teenagers, they would not have the patience to be going to 2 churches and to be spending time like that. I know you wanted to hang out with your kuya, but I'm sure you guys had your own lives, you had your own friends. But what was it that kept you guys for 7 years to be patiently going to 2 churches to please your parents? When you could have been like just hanging out with your homeboys, you could just been hanging and doing other things than spend 3 hours at the Methodist church on a Sunday, then maybe an hour or 2 at the INC. Like, how did you do that for 7 years?
Well, outside of our relationship with Kuya, I mean, again, maturity. You get older, you get a little bit mature, so like you start thinking about what you're hearing, right?
Yeah.
You know, in the Bible, it's like, oh man, at the beginning, we're like hard soil. Seeds were just like bouncing off of us because our hearts weren't there, our minds weren't there yet. But 7 years, you know what I mean? The soil, you will keep watering. It gets, you know what I mean? Nice and soft where you're able to plant it in there. So by the 7th year, by the end of our dating phase, our soil was like soft.
You were ready.
To be fertilized, you know?
Okay, I'm going to go back to let's go back to, you tell your mom, and she says, let's go tell your dad. Were you kind of creeped out that she was so calm about it?
No, because dad's the
She didn't have a face?
end all be all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She knew that she didn't have the last word.
And we knew that too. We knew that too. Like going into this conversation with my parents, we knew it too. Like we're gonna have to go through my dad at the end of the day.
And
But-
she probably knew that.
Yeah, she knew that.
Asking me, I'm easy. Go to your dad, you know?
So we knew my dad was the final.
Yeah.
He's a final,
The final
boss.
boss. The final boss. He's the end game. He's the end game boss right there.
Okay, so now you go to your dad.
Yeah.
Who says what first?
He does.
Oh, dude, yeah. So I tell him what I told my mom. I go, we're gonna become Bible students for the INC. What? Right? What? Takes off his glasses. What? Turns off the TV. What? That's his first words. What? And I had to repeat it. We're gonna become Bible students in the INC. And then very similar reaction, right? He goes, well, he questions why, right? Why? And I didn't have an answer, right? Why? I was just quiet because I was anticipating the anger, the words. So after I said we're going to become members of the INC, I stopped talking and I let him, you know what I mean? I let him do
Let it
his
sink in.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, marinate, but just anticipating what's going to come out. So then he goes in this tirade about, you know what I mean? It's a slap in the face. When we go to the Methodist church now,
What are we gonna tell?
what are we gonna tell people, right? So the aspect of family and togetherness, the pride of being able to go to church as a whole family, right? That's what he was trying to convey to me. Like, dude, we can't do that anymore, right? What the heck? You're gonna go to Iglesia and we're gonna go to the Methodist? You know what I mean? Like the facade, right, of the family is being broken, right? So his pride in us as being able to attend Methodist together, we shattered that, right? So he's about 10 minutes worth of that. And then he goes to our room.
No, he doesn't. Mom does mid-conversation.
Oh, so they tag teamed that.
Yeah.
So your mom joined your dad?
No.
My dad was a speaker,
He
but
was-
my mom,
he
what
was-
did mom do?
He was giving it to us in the living room. He was just yapping and like mid-conversation, we just hear some rustling in our room. I'm like, what's going on, right? And then my dad's wrapping up with whatever he's saying, and all we see is our clothes in the hallway. Like legitimate, my mom just tossing all our clothes in the hallway.
Yeah.
And
Get out.
we would have never thought, from our parents, never.
Come on, that's like it's movies,
Yeah,
dude.
it's like, we never in a million
drama.
years.
It's like
Happened in real
drama.
life.
You know what I mean? Like, our parents are really doing this right now. It was insane.
Like, you love us, right? No, yeah, they threw our clothes. Like, go get out.
Yeah, it was wild.
And what you guys say when you saw your clothes being thrown out?
I mean,
We had nothing to say. I don't think
we
right?
didn't have anything to say, right? Because we're speechless. Like, I didn't have any defense. Like, our intent was to tell them that we're going to become Bible students. Whatever they said or whatever they did wasn't going to deter us from our decision, right?
And how old were you? I forget. How old were you guys at?
You were like,
Was that
we waited,
Was it 06?
right? You were like,
Oh, we had to wait.
you were 18.
Yeah, I was 18.
He's fresh 18.
That's right.
I was 20.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah, so we grabbed our stuff and we,
got our backpacks,
because we scurried away.
scurried away, get whatever underwear we can get, and
Yeah,
Whatever
we got our backpacks, and because we're still in school, so
Yeah. Why do you guys think you had such a strong resolve with that? Like, where'd that confidence come from?
So I think about it now. I think that just built like we had. I want to say we probably had zero, like maybe 10% faith, right? So that
10%?
No.
I tend to disagree. Not with that. 10%. It's got to at least be 20.
No, right. And then that day and that experience, bam, foundation, dude.
Yeah.
Right? Because it wasn't.
You mean you had 10% faith before?
Right. But that exact moment, that experience,
it was so crazy.
And it wasn't like, that's when you knew it was God, because it was so instantaneous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we went to the chapel and we prayed strictly for mom and dad. But in that same prayer, God was like, all right, dude, I'm about to build this foundation. And he did.
Yeah.
Right?
You know how the saying goes too, like those closest to you will test you the most.
Yes.
And we've definitely felt that. And
Yeah. But just that in that moment, it was like, no, bam, and then no looking back, right? No looking back from the decision we made, and we just pressed forward, dealing with, again, respectfully, mom and dad, of course. And we knew we couldn't stay there and linger, because we would continue. The anger is going to fester, right? The anger is going to keep coming out. So us being there and and just taking the lashing and thing, it's going to get worse. So we might as well remove their source of anger and let them marinate and digest it in however way they could, right?
Process it.
Right? So this was a Friday night is when we went over there.
yes.
Okay, so now you and Jewel are in the car waiting, like
Oh yeah.
popcorn, waiting to see what happens.
No, it's funny. Yeah.
They come out of the house.
They come out, and I'm there. I'm just like watching, and I look over to Jewel, and she's hiding. She's hiding behind the blanket.
She's nervous.
She's so scared because it's the first time she's had to ever deal with this kind
Yeah.
of thing. I just see my brothers come out, and I see my mom, and she has this look on her face, like super, super irate, angry, like look on her face. You know, she comes over to the side, and she says, "Oh, yung mga kapatid mo, they want to become iglesia now. So they're going to live with you. You take care of them." Like that. And she was just like, you're in charge of your brothers now. Like that. And I'm like, okay, Mom. I said, okay. And it was just calm. That's it. And she walked away. I was like, and then they came in the car, and we're just like, oh, what? You know what I mean? I was just like, a lot of things were just going through my mind. Like, in my mind, I was really preparing to take care of my brothers. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what's
Were
going
you
to happen.
expecting that, though? That kind of...
I wasn't expecting them to get... No, I've never in a million years.
Yeah.
Because of how we were raised, you
Yeah.
know? Like, be tight, be close, family, you know, very important, you know? So that situation and that reaction was far from anything I was expecting. So mentally, I switched, like, the way I was thinking, like, okay, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna be a dad early. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be a dad. So it's like, you know, and that's that. You know, moving forward is almost like that. Like I almost kind of just switched to that. Like, okay, I guess we'll just work on taking care of these guys, and hopefully over time, mom and dad see the light, and you know, everything resolves itself. We just keep praying, you know, that kind of thing.
Don, what was that like for you to hear your mom actually saying to
Oh, it was heartbreaking, and never would have thought that would ever happen to us.
But in the moment, even now, like as a parent now, like hearing like it's a slap in the face. Like now as a parent and reflecting, I'm like, dude, that must have been super heavy, right? because we're experiencing it then, but you're semi shielded by the noise because for sure God doesn't want you to fall back or change course, right? So, but yeah, now that as we're talking about it, I'm like, man, it was a tough blow for them, right?
Now you're able to empathize.
Now I'm like empathize. I'm like,
as
dang,
a parent.
Yep. To hear that, to say it, and to experience it, man, it must have been super a big pill to swallow for my parents, right? But yeah.
Because now they see it as, you talk about foundation, right?
Yeah.
But now they see, they probably felt like their foundation was falling right from under them,
Yes.
right?
Yep,
The
exactly.
family unit was cracking.
Exactly.
All because of a change in beliefs.
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
So fast forward now, so that drive home or that drive back to your place, because now you're the dad.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys say to each other in the car?
Like, oh, I remember. I guess we got to get you more church clothes, so we went to Kohl's. We did.
I told you.
Right after
We did.
Right after getting kicked out.
Because at that point, I'll be honest, our slacks game, we probably had a bunch of jeans, maybe like one or two khakis.
Probably had to use squeeze clothes
So
every now
we
and
was
then.
we
Roll
were,
those bad boys
we were
out.
recycling clothes. So it's like, dog, you gonna be full fledged? You gotta have some. You know what I mean? You gotta have an
wow.
arsenal. So that's where we went. We went to Kohl's that night.
That's so crazy
night.
because I don't remember that.
I do. I'm saying it's crazy how that night
Damn.
went.
Dad mode kicked in, bro.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
About to go to
you were.
Kohl's, get some brown ones, some black ones, some blue ones. Yeah.
So the first thing you did was still, for the sake of their services to God, let's go get you guys some church clothes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Really.
Do you ever think about, though, like, what if Kuya wasn't there?
It'd be a different story.
Yeah.
For sure. It'd be different. Yeah, just our relationship, our bond, our respect,
Yeah.
and how much we looked up to and valued his opinion and all that stuff in everything that we do. It would be way different. We wouldn't probably be INC members, for sure.
Yeah, for sure God used Kuya Harms as an instrument for us to be called. You know what I mean? Like, no doubt about it. Like, it was Kuya.
What was the next day like and the next week like with your parents after that?
I mean, there wasn't really a next week. It was like a next couple of days. Like we said, it was a Friday, and
We didn't really. I mean, we're letting them marinate, so we didn't hit them up at all.
yeah,
You
They didn't
didn't
hit us
contact
up.
them. You didn't.
yeah, we did no contact.
I think it was also fear of the unknown. Like, what
Yeah.
else? There's gonna be more.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Are you gonna take away whatever else? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it was just fear of that.
So who made the first move? Who contacted who first?
Huh. I remember that.
we contacted who?
So again, this is us. We're still back in school.
Yeah,
So
So you're living with Dad Harmony.
Yeah. So in the rush of leaving mom and dad and packing up our things, I forgot textbooks.
Oh no! So you had to go back home.
Yeah. So I was like, dang. Kuya's like, you better call. I was like, all right. So I called. So even though we made this decision and my parents were angry, at the end of the day, they love us so much.
Yeah.
Right? So his very first words is my dad who answered the phone. And I could tell he's been sitting there waiting for us to call. You know what I mean? Because right off the bat, he answers the phone. Mushi mushi! When my dad answers the phone like that,
Yeah.
we
you know
got
what I
him.
mean?
We got him.
got him! Right?
We got him.
Right?
Yeah.
He's just been waiting like,
Yeah,
oh,
he was just waiting.
We knew it. So
But you were good.
that we were good, they've processed it, and they were going to live with our decision, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he gave us the mushi mushi?
Yeah.
Let's go. So that gave us the green light, right? So
Gosh.
that's
So
what-
what'd you say? Mushi mushi after mushi mushi. What'd you
I go,
say?
Dad, I've got some assignments due, but I forgot my textbooks. Is it okay if we go pick it up? He goes, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? Even the demeanor, his tone.
Softer.
Yeah. So I know God did his thing already. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That was your answered prayers.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. So now you come back home, you get your textbooks, and what were the next weeks like? Like after
I don't know, it was a blur, dude.
Yeah.
It was a blur. Because I know at that point, so they've, I guess
Accepted
accepted
it?
it in a
Yeah.
way, but we still had struggles because there's
I mean,
midweek worship
Yeah, at that
services.
point, we went to get our stuff, and we talked to them too, and we moved back in with them.
Oh, you did?
We did.
After how long?
Maybe
Like
about a week.
was it a week? 3
Yeah.
days,
For
4
two,
days?
a week or
something
two.
Did
Yeah.
they tell you to come back home, or you asked to come back
Oh,
home?
we had to ask,
Yeah.
right? So after Kuya had his talk and his warm approach, they were more willing to.
What did you say in that conversation that got them that was okay for them to move back home?
That was the conversation I had when I said we're good kids. We're good kids. They're good kids. They could be off doing something else,
Yeah.
but instead they're worshiping God. Like, what more do you want? Like, what more can you want for your kids? To have a relationship with God at such a young age too, right? Because I figured they learned through me that things could go different,
Yeah.
So
Because you were the expensive kid.
I was the expensive kid. I get reminded about that still, even till now.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
some maybe that's what opened their eyes. They're like, I really don't know. I never really had that conversation with them about like what changed your mind. But I'd like to think that it was that, you know, like, you know what, they could be doing something else, but they're not. They're here. They're doing their thing. They're Christians. They're good kids, So, and I remember, because we would travel to San Francisco. We would travel to San Francisco, and we have family there. And I remember my Uncle Vic. I was there with him, just talking to him a little bit, and and I think maybe my parents talked to them about the whole situation about the kids becoming iglesia, but this and that, and I remember him talking to me, and he said to me, he's like, I know with your parents, like it's tough right now, right? He's like, but I just want you to know that they're proud of you. And for me to hear that from a source that I was never even expecting at all, I was surprised. I was shocked, like, because I wasn't expecting that from my uncle. Like, why would you even know that, So I took that as like God telling me, you're stay the course. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. So, but my brother's telling me what they were telling me back then about, like, you're sounding dumb right now, dude. Like, why are you saying this stuff? And then my uncle telling me, your parents are actually proud of you for what you're doing. It's like that little bit of those words from different people, for me, was a reminder from God. Like, just keep doing it. Just keep going. Just keep staying the course. And to be honest, at this point, I don't even know what you asked me. 'Cause did you ask me a question?
I don't remember.
Did you ask me a question?
Don't matter. Don't matter.
I'm like,
It was so
what
good.
am I talking about right now? What am I talking about? I'm sorry.
We've known each other for so long. I know that they got kicked out at some point, but I've never heard the details of it until now. But I see you guys' posts, and you guys have such a tight-knit. You guys just came back from a vacation in Hawaii with your parents, and photos are so beautiful, and in all your photos.
Thanks, Sean.
Shout out.
You guys look so happy. You're so happy. You're so tight knit, and I see your parents in church activities in the INC, right? For those of us who are just seeing that and don't know all the through the years, 18 years now since you guys joined, right? Like, what has the last 18 years been like in being able to, number one, have that still tight relationship with your parents? But how do you get them to come with you to church activities?
Okay, so there's two things, right? So we're just persistent with inviting them. Any little thing that we can bring up for them to come to church, we invite them, right?
Yeah.
So like when
Child
the
offerings.
kids get offered, you know what I mean?
Taking
Remember
oaths.
your first performance as deacon.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Jazzy's first in the choir.
Your daughters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or Aubrey's
Yeah.
gonna first perform, we'll probably invite him again,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So those little things because they're
The
also
kids' baptism.
they're also grandparents, right? So they want to see it. You know what I mean?
milestones.
So they look past that, and I think over the years they've just seen how we are as a family, as kids, grandkids, and it's a great thing. It's not a bad thing, right? And I'll be honest with you, pandemic, that was a blessing for our family because we had worship services at home, and my parents would come because they didn't have worship service, right?
In their church.
In their church,
They were
Methodist
completely
church.
shut
they
down.
had no Methodist services at all. So
They weren't prepped
No,
for the
no.
pandemic.
The INC, we were ready to go,
Yeah.
right? So for me to invite my parents over and have worship service for us, it was easy, right? Because it was like, you don't have any other service to go to. Come chill with us at the INC. It's at home.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we go break bread and eat.
Yeah.
Like it's family bonding,
Yeah.
right? So that was a thing, right?
Yeah.
They would come over, worship service. They would come over, and I think over the course of that, so it's compounding, like all these different activities, all these different things we've invited them to over the years, the pandemic. It just really, I feel like it's really opened their eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's made it, it's how we pray, please soften their hearts, soften their minds, or open their minds, I think all these different things that we've been doing with them, with the INC, inviting them to activities, it's done that, right? So faith with works, right? Faith with works. We pray, the works is we invite, and over the course of time, it's really been softening their hearts and opening their minds, I think.
Yeah, we've been dating them for 18 years.
Crazy. Full circle now.
See, we had 7. Now it's 18, but there's 3.
Whatever it takes.
And you're
However long it
tough
takes.
to crack, yo.
That's a long courtship.
It really is.
It is.
But how do you guys stay patient? You said 18 years of courtship. That's a long time, but
We know we want them at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
We know what's right, and we want them to be saved. Let's be real. At the end of the day, we want them to have salvation. There's no other reason why. Us 3, we hold our devotional prayer every Sunday. After worship service strictly about our parents.
Yeah.
We have that every Sunday, and
so you have your own prayers just for your parents.
we do. We pray at the chapel.
After 10 a.m. worship
Yeah.
service, we
pray
stay
and-
behind and we pray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just you 3.
Just us 3.
Just 3.
Wow.
Yep.
So you've been praying for 18 years. What do you say about patience? It's been 18 years, and you 3 still have your own specific prayer for your parents. How do you stay patient?
Well, we know everything's in God's time. Everything's in God's time. His time is the best time. So I think we focus on that. Like when we say patience, I don't know if I want to use the word patience, right? Because it's like it seems like it's like it's like a have to feeling. Like it's actually part of our lives. Like inviting our parents, all this stuff, it's ingrained in what we do. Like every activity we have, it's like it's just part of us now. Mom, Dad, let's go to church.
You're
It's
like at
not-
the forefront of our brain now.
So it's like we really leave it up to God at this point, right? It's like we just do what we can.
Yeah.
We pray and we just keep inviting. So it has. I don't know if it's patience, because I feel like patience is like, okay, we're counting that down.
I get what you're saying. It's kind of
Right?
like it's become.
It's it's part of our.
It's our routine.
It's our routine. It's our family. It's our family thing. Like we do it. Mom, Dad, let's go.
Yeah.
And we don't even think about it no more. Like we used to be like, are you gonna invite Mom and Dad?
You got them
Are you
next?
gonna-
You'll send the text
I
next?
don't know. What did they say? Oh, now it's just like even and the beautiful thing.
Your turn, Tiger. It.
The beautiful thing is the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just remember, whose birthday was that? Mom's? Where Jasmine had a letter. My daughter Jasmine had a letter, and part of her letter, because the kids like to write the grandparents letters and stuff, is that.
I hope that one day you and I will have a change of heart to enjoy me and the rest of our family. It's funny. Oh. In the Church of Christ. There's so many reasons why you should at least consider it.
I was just like holding my breath. I'm like, oh, what's the reaction gonna be?
Yeah.
and there wasn't fireworks, there wasn't yelling, there wasn't angry faces, there wasn't, you know, anything like that, you know. And I just remember, you know, she gave my mom a kiss and my dad, you know, whatever, and it was like, okay, that was not bad, you know what I mean? Yeah, that was easy. So from that point on, it was like, I think those little things made it easier for us.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, hey, mom, dad, we're gonna go to church.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just we just been persistent,
Yeah,
bro, right? It's just like,
and even now, like we go visit them at we go visit them at home, and you know, say what's up. We either have lunch or whatever there, or just hang out. And now part of when we leave, it's like we all open down our windows, all of us, and we're like, oh, bye, mom and dad,
Yeah.
and happy eyebrows. See you at worship service. Now that's like part of the thing.
Yeah, the
Like
kids yell it.
Yeah, our
yeah.
goodbye now is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
including that.
The grandkids yell
Grandkids,
that.
just it's part of our thing now. So it's really just, it's night and day. You know what I mean? From 20 years
Yeah.
ago or so to now, 25 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
You mentioned the kids. So I mean, your kids are older now. Your kids are still pretty little, right? How do you guys explain to the kids that, because they have two different sets of grandparents, right? One set of grandparents are in the INC, and the other set, the Buena Vista grandparents, aren't. So at which point did you have to have this conversation with your kids? Like, why do we have to keep inviting them?
So me, not yet, but the big plus is they include them in their prayers that they join the church.
Oh.
So in a way, it's like me, right? Back in the day, like my mom said, pray, and I didn't make the connections. They're doing it now. There's gonna come a point where the light bulb turns on. They're like, oh, that's why. You know what I mean? So see, I now I'm like seeing as a parent these little tactics my parents employed. I'm like, I'm doing it too.
You're using it.
Right, I'm doing it too. I'm like, oh, the light switch is gonna flip, right? So I'm not there yet where I need to explain it, but I'm getting them to pray about it, right? So then it's
Helping them build that foundation.
helping them to build. Yeah, exactly. So
It's funny that you're using what you learned from your parents and using it for them now. So I would imagine that through all these years, your parents also have friends in the church aside from you guys.
Yeah.
and that's a positive thing too. So it's like, oh, maybe we're gonna see so and so again, right?
Yeah, brethren are very.
Shout out to the brethren in Chula Vista.
Yay! Hey. You know what I'm saying? So they are, and they even ask. The brethren ask,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, oh, how's your mom and dad,
Yeah.
or are they gonna be here? Are they gonna go to this event? And so I think just having that community, it also helps them like be open to coming to activities, INC activities, right?
At this point, that's been so long. What do you guys think is their fear of change? Why do you think it's still difficult for them to make that change in not just joining the church, but having a different belief system? Because by now they've attended a lot of Bible studies, right? But where do you think that fear of change is coming from?
I mean, I could talk if you guys want. I mean,
Sure.
okay, so I remember during one of my conversations with my dad, it was about his mom. He brought that up, right? He's like, she's Catholic, so you're telling me she's gonna go to hell, which is rough, right? Because it's like you telling me my mom, because she's doesn't in your church, she's gonna go to hell. She was a good woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it went from that, right? From that kind of thinking from my dad and that emotion that brought out in him, to what it is now, which is very open. And he actually has some comments sometimes, which is kind of like it's surprising sometimes. Like, oh, you know, when it's all this, I don't know if I could talk about it, but all this LGBTQ stuff
Yes.
came up, all that stuff comes up, right? And there were certain religions that were bending to that,
Yes.
right? So he even said, if the Methodists start doing that, I'm just going to become Iglesia. I'm just going to become Iglesia. I was like, what?
Some
You know-
Methodists are, though. Some Methodist
Well, that's
churches
why.
are.
That's why. You know, that's why. And so going from that state of mind to like, oh, no, you know, my mom's not going to go to hell just because she's not INC, blah, blah, blah. And to actually having a little bit of light, you know what I mean, like come in, for me was like, man, it's been a long journey, man. It's been a long journey with my parents, you know. And so just that, and you know, my mom now, she's more, and I don't know if it's because of age or whatever, but she's more open to things, and I think also because my dad is becoming more open to things a little bit, so I think they kind of like vibe off each other's energy when it comes to those kind of things. So if you're gonna be a bulldog about it, so am I.
Yes.
You know
They're
what I mean?
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They're one, right? So now it's very different. Like it's the feeling is a lot more
Oh, it
different.
is.
It's a lot different.
But what other differences? What other instances are you seeing? Like, okay, these are the little glimmers of our answered prayers.
Oh, so like for instance, when they would attend like worship service or Bible study, we would ask them like, oh, how, like, what do you guys think, blah blah blah. So I know that they're listening. You know what I mean? They're not just twiddling their fingers there in the service. So just that too, it's like, oh my gosh, you're listening. You know, they're actually paying attention and all that. So it's.
And I remember back in the day, early on, Dad would always be like,
Oh yeah.
like he would be loud
Yeah,
too.
and he would
like,
walk out sometimes
Yeah, he
during
would be like-
service to use the restroom. And,
Like there's certain lessons that
yeah.
spark that would spark that in
Trigger
him
him.
before, you know. And I remember also with my mom, recently, I think when we went to Hawaii, I don't know, maybe you've noticed it before, but I noticed like with the hymn singing, she sings more with the hymns, and I'm just like,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah.
And my dad isn't as like, you know, he doesn't actually. I haven't heard him in a long time be like,
No. You'll see him nod his head though, like he knows he's
yeah,
listening.
like he'll nod his head now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, okay, that's
That's a
good.
little win,
That's
you
good.
know?
So, yeah, when you bring up glimmers of hope and things, those are the little things that we notice, mannerisms, little
Yeah.
actions that they do
Yeah.
that, again, remind us like, okay, we just keep going. We just keep going. Just keep doing what we're doing, and God will take care of the rest.
You guys talk about these instances, and I see, like Donna was talking about it, your eyes light up, and you saying that you see your mom singing. And why is it so important to be able to acknowledge all these little things? Maybe they're not so little, right? But why is it important to acknowledge that? To know that your prayers for 18 years, God's listening, you know?
No, that's just the way of God letting us know that we're listening, that He's listening, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, let me work here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
sit back, relax. I got it.
Yeah.
18 years ain't nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like, even though like your questions are geared toward like your parents, for us, like in these 18 years, what's helped us? We're more open to inviting them. We're more opening to talking about our faith with our parents. I mean, you know what I mean? Back then, it was kind of like a taboo subject. But now, after these 18 years of going through, you know what I mean? So we're more open with them when it comes to church, talking about church, inviting them. And that's how, on our part, that's how God's working on us. You know what I'm saying? So God's working on them, and He's also working on us.
And I think that's a good thing too, is that our devotional prayers, like, even though we pray to God, right? We talk to God, but I think it's also reminders for us, right?
Yeah.
Like when we talking to God, it's also telling ourselves, like, we ask for God to like open their minds, soften their hearts and things, but it's also a reminder for us, like we got to keep going to be able to affect that, you know, to work with God. Like we're teammates, right?
Yeah.
So we pray to God, we ask Him, and then we do. So it's like we're a team trying to like work on mom and dad, and like,
Yeah. I think that's so wise. Like, you guys are so wise. You said, Aries, as much as the prayers are for them, but this is also for us, right? Like, what have you guys learned collectively or individually in the last 18 years as you continue to hear yourselves praying for your parents and about your parents? This isn't just about them.
I mean, I think it strengthens our own faith, right? Perseverance and not to give up. You know, whether times get hard or whatever it may be, we know that God will always, you know, come to the rescue. And as long as you do what's right, as long as you follow His will, God's got our back at the end of the day.
It's like what my mom says, like, you're here, I've been around you by equal already, right? So,
yeah.
like, that's applicable now, right? So it's like, what it's teaching me, it's like whatever she said, right? Pray, thank God for everything, right? That was also her thing, right? I'm praying for you guys. Now we're praying for this. It's like a reversal, right? But now I understand it. Now, by equal, that's us. I'm trying to keep, you know, I'm there with you, Mom. I understand.
Yeah.
And it's even deeper now because I want you to join us.
I think I've learned throughout all these 18 years that
For you, more because you joined the church earlier.
exactly. So, I mean, I have more years, right? So it's just really patience. It's really God's timing is really the best. Like, so that's why like a lot of times I don't really stress about things as much that I don't have control over. You know what I mean? Things that we don't have control over, God has control over, right? And so that for me, that's the best feeling, right? Like it might not be when you want or how you want it to be, but he got it. And whatever his plan is, even though it's not what you thought you had, most of the time it's better.
Yes.
Most of the time it's better.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
What am I saying?
Yeah.
All the time. See, they're still correcting me. You see that? You see that?
Come on, for you.
All the time is better. So
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned. And you know what I mean? I've just learned to be really, really believe in that and have faith in that. Before it just used to be like, I believe in God, trust in God. But now it's like through experience and through all the different things that's gone on, in life, 18 years or whatever, it's just really strengthened that belief for me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this isn't, and it isn't like for us, we think when we pray, okay, God, this is what I want, right? This is a destination. This is the answer I'm hoping for, right? You think it's just point A to point B, but sometimes we take all these routes and, kind of pivots and things like that, but we don't really see the reason for it till later,
Yep. It's the truth. Yep.
So it's been so many years since you all joined the church, 18 plus 20 years, right? And how has this whole experience, how has it changed you? The show is called Making Changes. So we'll start with the youngest.
Having that family foundation and now having that faith foundation, it's been a great journey. Being in office in the church, a deacon, knowing my priority, and obviously my priority is God, and serving Him. And that's what makes me happy the most. So.
You didn't just have your brothers join the church. They're like strong officers.
They're stronger than me a lot of times. They're stronger than me a lot of times. Yeah.
What about you, Aries? How has this whole experience changed you?
I think it's like given depth to my life. You know what I'm saying? So again, like going back to when I was adolescent and being introduced to the INC, everything was surface. Like we're hanging out, we're gonna get delicious food, right? So surface, and then you become a member, and then boom, levels, right? Levels, and then faith, and then you understand what faith is, right? So being a member of past 18 years, the depth, right? Depth of life, depth of like appreciation of everything, right? Because before then, I never connected. Everything comes from God. Thank God. Boom. Just those two words are like heavy. And I understand it now, right? So everything comes from God. Therefore, I'll do my best for God, right? So that's the depth in my life after becoming a member. And all throughout these years is that now that I'm a parent and a husband, it's trying to live that and see and allow my kids to see that in our lives, right? So they get that depth. You know what I'm saying? So I could only imagine them being offered in the church, how deep they're going to be by the time, whatever, they're their adolescents, right? So it's helping to build that depth and the understanding and that gratitude,
You said you want to make sure that they don't have to basically have the same upbringing, like not really understanding your faith and stuff.
Right.
But what are you guys doing as dads? What are you doing to make sure that they don't take it for granted? Because sometimes when that's all we know, that's all we have, it's easy to take it for granted. So what are you guys doing for your kids to make sure that it's deep, faith is deep, and not surface level, like you said?
Here on Making Changes, we talk a lot about how relationships evolve, especially as we grow. So if you've ever found yourself making sense of that space between being someone's child and being your own person, there's an episode of the Heart and Soul podcast that you might want to check out. It's called A Good Relationship Between Adult Children and Parents, and it features young adults reflecting on how their relationship with their parents have shifted, but also how that deep support never really goes away. Listen to it now on incmedia.org or just search for Heart and Soul wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, I think, at least for us, for Julie and I, So ever since they were small, we made it a point to always be open with them, in the good times and the bad times. And specifically in those times, how God's miracles work. So really, it's a lot through experience and just raising them, talking to them, being with them, and just being present all the time with them. Because I'm very open with the kids, right? Even with Jazzy, I'm like, how I was before the church. It's like, it's night and day. When I say that, it's like, before I was a member, I don't know how to explain it, but before I was a member, I didn't have a path. I felt like I didn't have a clear purpose in life, right? It was just like I was floating, I was hanging out, or maybe I'd go eat, and you know what I mean? But what? At the end of the day, what? You just go to sleep, I guess. And then figure out what you can do the next day. But now, like, when I talk to the kids, it's like becoming a member, you have a purpose. What's the purpose? Serve God, right? Serve God, and everything else is clear. It's crystal clear. If your purpose is to serve God, then everything else around your life and what you do is going to revolve around that. Everything that you do. We talk to them about situations that we face, and at the time, maybe we won't see the answer, but when he does provide the answer, we say, see, that's God's work. It's much better than what mommy and I were wanting to do.
Yeah.
Right? Like the business we're running right now, we have a business, right? And we've gone through a few businesses that weren't successful, right? But at the time, you're like, man, we're trying these things, but they're not working out. Why? Why aren't they working out? Now where we have this other business, and we can see why. Why did we fail at those? Because we learned this, this, and this, so that way we can be successful here.
The lessons, yeah.
The lessons that you learn, you take it now and you apply it, right? So it's kind of like one of those things where we tell the kids, you might not get what you want right now. But again, God will answer those prayers later, and you'll see why. You will see why. Trust me, you will see why. And that comes with experience. That's why I tell my kids, I'm old, dude. I'm getting older. So I didn't see things before the way I see them now, because I have the benefit of experience now, right? So that's one of the things that we tell the kids is through our experiences, we hope you learn. And the way you're going to learn is we're going to talk to you about it. We're open, communicate, right? So.
Have you ever stopped to think, like, what if God never changed your life?
Oh, all the time. I do think about it.
Yeah.
And it just reinforces how I feel now, like that he did choose me. You know what I mean? Because of the domino effect it had on me, my brothers, and their families. You know what I mean? Like that one aspect of him picking me, choosing me to be a member in the church gave weight on my brothers. You know what I mean? Like having that relationship with God, their families having that relationship with God, and so on and so forth. The generations to be, hopefully, God willing. You know what I mean? Yes. So, I'm thankful. I just feel blessed. I'm just glad he saw me, and he picked me out of all the millions of people, billions of people on this world. He saw me, and he said, "That little guy right there."
That little bald-headed brother right there.
I don't know what it is about that guy, but so I just feel truly blessed and thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for you two, when you think about the depth of love, your kuya has for you two, because he could have just been doing his own thing, his own life, found this church, do my own things. Up to you guys. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Man, he courted you for 7 years to make sure that you saw what he saw.
Thank you. You're welcome.
No, I mean we're grateful. Like, we're thankful and grateful that he didn't stop. He was.
Tell him.
Thank you, Kuya. You're number one Kuya. Number one Kuyas. But no, we're so grateful to have 11 Kuya, and he never gave up. He never, it took him years and years, but at the same time he never stopped. He never, like gave up on us. He quote unquote endured until the end, until we saw the light ourselves. So for me, I'm internally grateful, Kuya, and love you very much.
Love you too.
You can't deny that it was God. You know what I'm saying?
of
That
course.
just fortifies. That.
Yes.
Yeah.
Out of, like you said, out of all the billions, you got chosen. Me. So just our journey and how we got there. Like you said, oh man, you go this way. You don't know how or why. The answer is always God, right? So that's just the crazy part. And that God blessed us with the Kuya the way He is, the way He thinks, the way He feels for us.
Yeah.
It was always meant to be.
What does that feel like, knowing that someone never gave up on you?
That's no. I mean that's like the purest form of love, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever, like it might not click now, but I'm gonna keep doing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep doing what I need to do. You don't know, like, because we didn't know what his end goal was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought we was just kicking it because that's what we do. But
At times, I didn't know my end goal too. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I didn't. But that's why I say God's plan's always the best, dude. Because that was His plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just keep doing it, and whatever the fruits are.
And then you asked, like, what would it feel like if he stopped? I would not want to feel that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to. I don't want to experience that. So I'm grateful that it turned out the way it did.
There's a lot of siblings in the world. There are siblings related by blood. But the kind of love you guys have, that's different. It's unique. And how does that feel, though, to know that not only are you not alone, but man, you got somebody there, not just God that you don't see, but you got a Kuya that even long after this interview, even when you're old and gray, you got this guy.
that's what I'm talking about. Oh, it's good. It's a great feeling. You know what I'm saying?
How much
So,
do you love that? Oh, go ahead.
I mean, it's just we experience it right now. We hope that it trickles down to our own kids, right? So we model this behavior. We model our love for each other, and we hope that our kids are able to experience this.
When you see these two guys, you used to just have them hang out with you because go out to eat, spend time with Kuya, but to see the kind of men that they have grown up to be.
Men?
That's a stretch.
I feel I just feel God's love, honestly. I mean, I can't emphasize that enough, to be honest. I just feel really guided by God when it comes to that stuff. I feel guided. I just feel like he's just in our lives, like intertwined in everything.
The center of our lives.
In everything that we do, and even when we're not thinking about those things, God's thinking about it for us.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the truth, because like you a lot of these questions you ask, like I really don't know. I really don't know. When you ask me these questions, I don't know. But what I do know is God knows, and He's the one that's like, I feel like the director. He's directing our paths. He's directing our lives. So it's like we really live by that. Like God's in charge of whatever we do, and our purpose here is to serve Him.
Why is it worth not to give up?
I just want them to be saved.
Yeah.
That's it. I was like, simple answer. Like,
Yeah.
we want
I just
them
want
to
my
be
parents to be
saved,
saved.
Like,
You know?
purpose aside, I mean, that's what we do in order to be worthy of salvation, right? We're doing all this, purpose this, works this, but end goal, right? Simple, salvation, right? So that's what it ultimately boils down to, is that, right? So
Why is that so important for you as the eldest? And
To know that my parents are going to be saved. It's important to me because if I know they're going to be saved, then I would have really, really honored my father and mother by knowing that they're going to be saved. So, yeah. Yep.
What are you thinking? You're getting really emotional just thinking about your parents.
Well, because they're getting older. You know, my parents aren't. They're not as young, and that's it. I mean, they're not as young, so I just feel like it's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I get comfort knowing that whatever God's plan is, it's the best plan. So I just hope and pray in God's plan, it includes my parents being saved. You know what I mean? So
They're getting older, so do you guys feel like you have to try harder? Like what? I mean, because you guys have tried everything already, you know?
it's just not to give up and just to keep staying the course and trust God at this point, you know? So we try our best, we do what we can, but we just have faith that whatever God's will is, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's the peace that we get, you know? So
Yeah. Well, it's called making changes. Okay. So we're going to give you some quick rapid fire questions. Like, Harmony, which one is your favorite brother? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, really. Who's your... Hold on. Can't find her.
that's definitely going to make changes, maybe. None. I'm just kidding. Or both.
Okay. What is the one thing you guys like to do together now that you're older?
Okay.
Like I think, I mean, like when it's just the bros, right? Or we're guarding, or we're just the conversation, the catch-ups. Like I never
That's
like
true.
Yeah.
realized how important it was to not only just to be aware of what's going on in our lives, but just to build on our bonds as brothers. I think that's what I appreciate.
I guess because there's so many different aspects of our life now.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just us no more. We got kids, we got
Schedules.
schedules. You know what I mean? So just to get caught up.
That's
Yeah.
it. Right.
Who's the funny one?
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, sure. We'll give it to him.
And that guy.
We'll give it to that guy. Quee Harms. Quee Harms.
I think we all have our share, no? I mean,
I think we're all equal.
Yeah, we have our
We
moments.
got different.
Yeah.
we got different kinds of humors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Humors.
Humor.
Different kind of humors for different kinds of peoples.
Yes. Yes.
So I think it depends on the crowd, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're funny in our different ways, I think.
Who's the most sensitive one?
That's me, bro. I'll take that.
That's an easy one.
That's
easy.
me. That's me.
Yes.
Really? I don't see that.
Because I'm the middle.
Oh,
Is that
middle
why?
child syndrome.
I guess so. Yeah.
Maybe.
I wear my emotions on my sleeve.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Harmony, what is the advice that you gave each of these guys before they got married?
Oh.
I mean, they go to you for everything. You're the wise one, they said.
Just, I think it was like communicate.
Yeah.
And also remember, you're the strongest half for a reason. So you got to be more flexible. I mean, that's in the Bible, right? So we just have to be more flexible with our wives, be more understanding.
Yes.
It's empathy right there.
It is.
We don't break as easy. So, I mean, I'm not saying women break. Okay, that's just another. Just take that off. Hey.
Oh my god.
Women are strong because they give birth to watermelons. But I'm just saying, you get what I mean? You know.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Jewel's gonna watch this. I'm gonna send her the unedited. Do you guys realize, though, in all seriousness, though, do you guys realize just how blessed you are to have the kind of bond that you have? Because it is not common. What I'm seeing right here, it's not common.
So you say that. The blessing for us is we feel this is normal.
Yeah. We don't know.
You say it, but I'm like, dog. what are
We
you
don't
talking
know-
about?
we don't know anything
This is how
else.
it's supposed to be.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
We
Wow.
don't.
So that's how naive I am, right? Like not understanding our depth. You know what I'm saying? Like
I only see a difference when I see other siblings.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only time I notice it. You know.
Because this is all you guys know.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I've always known you guys were close and always laughing, you know, but I really feel like this is the first time I'm really understanding just how deep, not just deep, but deep your love is
Sam?
for one another.
It's pretty deep.
Sandy,
know?
Yeah, it's pretty.
And I hope you guys never take any of that for granted, because I'm really jealous. Like, I have a sister, you know, it's just two of us, but even for girls. I think that's the part that trips me out about you guys, because you're men, and men normally aren't this like open to brothers. Patrick, our camera guy over there, is shaking his head. You know, it's like I don't know any other set of siblings who are as close as you guys.
And I think you hit it on the head. Like, we just think it's normal. Like,
Yeah.
we don't really see we don't see it any other way until we
Take a step back and see other.
If I was to
Yeah.
try to like come up with the answer there, I could think of two, right? So one, the answer will always be God, right? But two, my parents did a great job.
Yeah.
And instilling
Yeah.
that is
They
to be
really
that,
did.
is to be the glue for you and your siblings.
It's true.
So shout out to Lita and Jack Buenavista. You know what I'm saying?
Hey!
Happy 50th.
Yeah,
Happy
so
50th anniversary.
It was
It
it was their doing, dude. All day, every day,
right.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
See,
That's all you have.
Even then, God had plans, bro. God, that's
Yeah.
God's work, bro. Even back then.
You're so right. Do you think that's why you guys are so strong in making sure you do everything you can
Yes.
to save them as well?
Yes. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? They sacrificed so much. They endured so much with kicking us out and all that stuff. Like, man, who's more deserving than that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Your parents are probably going to watch this, hopefully. What would you want to say to them?
Oh, we just love you to no end. I mean, come join us in the Church of Christ. Sign up for Bible studies now.
We have worship services on Saturday and Sunday. We have ministers after waiting to answer your questions. No, yeah, we love them to no end. You know? Love for them's infinite.
I mean, yeah, that's plain and simple. You know, like they taught us to always love each other. That love extends to our parents. You know, like, come join us.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell my parents except
Thank
I love
you.
them.
I
Thank
think
you.
that's a big
Thank
one.
you, and I love you. Thank you, and we love you.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so lastly, we always end our show with fill in the blanks and answer. Just, you know,
Oh, we're nearing the
complete
end.
the sentence.
We're nearing the
Yes.
end. Oh,
We're at the end, okay?
nice.
Change is what? We'll start with you, Harmony. Change
Don't
is.
take it. I already have an answer.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Don't take it. I think she's asking. You're asking me.
Yeah, I don't know if we're like vibing and thinking the same.
Oh,
Change is.
change is.
Okay, whoever wants to go first. Aries, go first.
What is a blessing?
Oh, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that. I swear.
Sorry
See,
for
we
those-
are brothers. We are brothers. I was gonna say that.
It is, because if you don't think
Yes,
about it
it's
like
true.
that,
It's true.
though you can be saying your feelings, but you know
No,
you
it's
gotta
so true.
understand your
It's true.
feelings.
It's
You know what I
true.
mean?
It's
Like,
true. It's
oh,
true.
It's like
Change
everything.
is a blessing. See, I was
You know
gonna
what
say
I
that.
It is, right?
Come on, Kuya.
What do you mean change is a blessing? Which part of change? It's like change is so.
All of the above, right? For good or for bad, right? So everything happens for a reason, right? That's the catchphrase. Also, change is a blessing. Let's make that happen as a catchphrase, right?
I can see that on a shirt. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it on a shirt. Yeah, making changes. Changes a blessing.
Bam!
I like that. I like that.
Okay, Don, we'll save Kuya for last.
All right,
Don,
sure.
change is what?
Oh man. Change is.
You want to phone a friend?
Another one for you.
What? No, Kuya.
Oh, okay.
We got
What?
You got some?
Change.
Yeah.
Starts with the letter G.
Good. The change is good.
No, not good. Like plants. They. I'm sorry. Okay. Change is growth, right?
Okay.
If you ain't changing, you ain't growing.
Maybe we ask this guy.
Know what I mean? Oh,
He's our spokesperson, by the way. This guy's our spokesperson. So.
right.
Yeah.
Change is growth.
God,
Like
yeah.
change is growth.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Have you heard that one yet on making changes?
No.
How about change is a blessing? Have you heard that one?
No.
We got two. We got two. Woo!
All right, trifecta. Go. Three.
Oh, wait, okay, no, we got to think of something. No, you took my first one, bro.
Change.
Okay, let me help you out, Don.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, so what do you think the biggest change has been in your life since joining the church? Like when you think about that kid joined years ago to now, Don.
Oh, I got one, yo.
Give him a turn.
He'll get there.
I mean, for me, it's priority. Like, being a member is you prioritize, God first. That's your number one priority. That's my biggest change. I feel everything that we do, we phone God first. You know what I mean? Like,
Phone God
yeah, you know
first.
what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good. I think change is God. You know what I mean? Like because everything, good or bad, the changes that we make, the changes that happen, is all from God, right? So it's like change is God. Like in every change, God's there.
is that another catchphrase?
Yeah, is that good?
Sure.
Try yes. Yes.
Making sure.
No, with what you were saying, right? You were saying like prioritizing and like changes courage,
Oh.
right? Because you need to have the courage to change, right?
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Courage,
He's good.
just based on what he was saying, right? Because how are you gonna affect change if you don't have the courage to do it, right? So,
Which you guys had to have.
yes, yes.
I mean, yeah.
Because when you got kicked out,
So, that's right. And I had courage to call. Say I need my textbooks.
I guess there's a lot actually. Change is patience because you have to be patient.
Ask him that, huh?
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking about like all the different
Yeah.
things that we've gone through.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
yeah.
We've had to have patience too. Perseverance. All these different words that we can describe in our lives, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. Change is not just one word.
No, it's everything. Change is
Yeah.
everything. Changes.
Yeah. Well, you guys, this was fun. Did you have fun?
Hey,
I did.
yes.
I did. Definition of fun is different for everybody. Yes.
I think you guys were the loudest guests we've ever had on Making Changes. And
Really?
probably the
Good job, guys.
funnest.
Yeah.
Probably the funnest.
Really?
She says that. She says that to everybody. If you guys haven't watched it.
I gotta see the behind the scenes for the other ones because
No. All jokes aside, you guys are going to help change a lot of people, but definitely give people a reason not to give up on loved ones.
yes.
Because 7 years of courtship, 18 years of courtship, whatever it takes, right? And just thank you. Thank you for having the love you have for each other, because it's really fun watching it from the outside. And who knows, maybe after this, whoever watches this, they're going to want to call up their sibling, their brother or their sister, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't wait. Just
Do
do
it
now.
today. Right now.
Now.
Right
now.
Be the change.
Be the change.
Be the change. Change is love? No.
We're still going? We're still going?
We're trying to take all of them, so when the next guest said, "Oh, that was already taken." I'm sorry.
18 years later, Harmony, Eris, and Dawn still gather after every Sunday worship service to pray for their parents. They've learned that the most profound changes don't happen overnight. They happen one invitation at a time, one prayer at a time. So, if you're waiting for a loved one to change their heart or know someone who is, share this story and remind them that God's answers are always worth waiting for, no matter how long it takes. Don't forget to subscribe to Making Changes wherever you listen to podcasts. And remember, change isn't just one thing. It's all the things. It's courage, patience, growth, and yes, it's a blessing. Thanks for listening, and may your change uplift you.